my ladies and pretty gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Look What's Happening in the Spirit Realm with yours truly, Light. Today is the final episode of March, and boy, do I have a spicy message to seal it off with. I can almost taste it in the air, regret. It's so thick. It's like a coarse-haired back monster. And that's how incredibly dense this energy has been. And I'm going to start off saying this because the title kind of says it all. But this is something that Spirit made clear to me today. And I was like, oh my God. I woke up like, oh my God. There were some very selfish people that you were dealing with that would have never, I'm telling you, they would have never let you go. They would have never given you the keys to walk away. No matter how upfront you were, no matter if you literally were telling them, this is what you want, this is what you need. There are people who were saving you for later, who are saving you for when they wanted to. And there was no way in hell that, Spirit knew this, there was no way in hell that they were going to let you walk away. So God gave them an incentive, a snake as slithery as them. So the player did actually, in fact, get played. And it was all fun and games. It was all fun and games when there was an energetic socket that was latched between you and the said individual that I'm going to be talking about today. This energetic socket has been unplugged. You've completely been unplugged. You have the ick for these people now. You have the ick, literally the ick when you think of them. And this is exactly when the other shoe dropped. This is exactly when the devil came to collect. And boy, oh boy, is regret in the air about you, my dear. So sit back and enjoy today's news because there's a lot of positive energy coming your way. And April is going to be one hell of a month. So with that being said, let's jump right in. Now, when I say God, Spirit, gave them an incentive, this is what I mean. These people were more than willing to make you wait, to make you think that eventually they would have room for you. Eventually, things would shift around and the excuses that they provided you were actually viable excuses, but they weren't. These people knew exactly what they were doing with you. They knew exactly the fact that you were way out of their league because they are pretentious and they are slithering snakes. So what Spirit did is this. Spirit invited I don't like calling them karmic, but this is what I'm going to say. Karmics to feel a way about you and to act in the lowest selves that they're usually used to acting out of by literally making this said individual that I'm talking about today feel as though they were winning by being with them. They were the sparkliest, most golden little stardust to them because God was like, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get, the grass is so much greener over there. Go ahead, go check it out. And you, dear lover, thought that you were missing out, that you were being mistreated, that you weren't being picked, that this is a negative thing for you. It wasn't. It is the most positive thing. And you're going to learn that because some of you have legitimate soulmates, legitimate people coming your way. But that's even beside the point. The point of the matter today is regret and how all of this is being served. There was an energy that you provided. And I know we always talk about this. it's an energy of wanting someone, desiring them. And these people let it go into their head. You know, you coming clean, being honest, and saying that you desire a future. Because, like I mentioned in my other video, some of these people were sporting a frequency that you thought they were permanently upholding with themselves behind closed doors. But they aren't. They aren't who they say they are. And you didn't know that, but Spirit did. And these people are so selfish that they would have never let you walk away, let you have the dream life, the love, the appreciation that you truly deserve. They weren't going to let you walk away, and they were certainly never going to give you what you wanted. So Spirit gave them the incentive. Spirit came at them from that selfish perspective that they can understand by sending a karmic dressed in gold, by sending a karmic that glittered so fine, so well, that gave them the best, that gave them the best everything that they can imagine, that these people dropped you like hot potato, exactly like the Spirit wanted them to. I'm just getting a moment of silence for Spirit, for God, for Yeshua here. Just a moment of silence, like the amount of gratitude that I have for Yeshua has only increased over time, has only increased. And he was playing chess. He was playing chess. And these people, they thought they were playing chess with you. And they were so excited. They were so excited. They couldn't even care less about the how, the where, in what condition they were going to shove you aside and run to the trap that Spirit was setting up for them. It was a trap. And boy, the masks have fallen, my dears. The masks have definitely fallen. And they're realizing that they are with a monster, just like themselves. They're realizing they got what they truly deserved. And they thought they were winning. You know why? Because your energy gave them a high. Your energy gave them a high. You were with people that you expressing your desires, your authentic interest in them was feeding their ego like never before. Even if they thought it wasn't, even if they tried to fight it off, they couldn't. It was feeding their ego. And with that, they weren't even seeing clearly. They were seeing blood red. All they could see was blood red. They were so pumped up on their vein of incredible exhilaration of I've got everything that I want and I can pick and choose, that Spirit knew exactly what Spirit was doing when Spirit sent the trap, because that was the incentive. Spirit knew they were going to choose themselves, because they always do, but the mask has fallen and the monster has been revealed for what it is. And now they have shut themselves out of your life exactly like Spirit wanted them to. Because you have the ick. You have the ick. And Spirit waited that long, because that whole time you were still feeding them energy by desiring them, by trying to get over them, by trying to, find yourself again, by trying to pick yourself up again, by thinking about them. You are feeding them that energy. So the karmic and them, and these people, they're both karmics at this point. They were both enjoying that energy. They felt like they were on Mount Everest because of you. And they thought it was their energy. They always do, don't they? They always do. They thought it was their energy, their love. And so these people could have even blocked you. They could have even just ghosted you. They didn't give a fuck. And that's exactly what Spirit wanted you to see about them. Because you were so goddamn blind. You were blind to the snake that they were. You were blind to the games that they were playing on you. Because they were never going to let you go. You have to understand this. They were never going to let you go. They would have always had you on a carrot, dangling you for when they feel ready, when it's right for them. So Spirit was like, I know exactly how selfish you are, so I will give you exactly what you want. You see, you weren't good enough for them. I'm going to say it the way it is. You weren't good enough for them, my dear lover. You weren't. You were too nice, you were too pure, you were everything that they wanted to be. And so it was frustrating to even be around you because you are the authentic version of that character which they play. So Spirit gave them you in another body. Spirit gave them a glittery, bedazzled version of you. And they thought, oh my goodness, I just did better. The grass is greener. And they ran. And they treated you exactly the way that they would treat you if they didn't have any incentive to be with you. And you saw the mask fall. It was devastating to you because your heart was open. You were wearing it on your sleeve. These people ripped the heart out from you and stabbed it in front of you, spat on it, and told you, basically, more or less, to go fuck yourself. And guess what? Regret. They are so humiliated, they can't even look at you. They are so embarrassed by themselves that these people, they're not only in the Five of Cups, they're in the Tower energy. Not only they're in the Devil energy. Obsessively on your case because now you have the ick for them. And all that energy you were feeding them, Spirit used that time frame to heal you, to show you every angle of the situation that you weren't able to see when you were in the eye of the hurricane. Now that you're out of it, you can see them clearly, and they know that you can see them now. And they do not like the reflection. They do not like the reflection. If they didn't like you then, because you sported the energy purely that they are trying to sport, they fucking hate you now. They hate you now and they love you at the same time. There's an energy of deep regret, humiliation, and sadness that is coming from these people who at that point were so proud of themselves, who at that point were sailing on the highest wave. Now they're sinking. They can barely get their head out of the water to get a grasp of air. And when I say karma, it's not revenge. They made the bed for themselves. And they thought that you didn't really matter because they were on a high from your energy. Now, there's this drying up happening. It's like they woke up one day and the karmic and everything shiny around them had a dusty complexion to it because you got the ick. You got the ick, baby. And regret is thick in the air. And when I say you have doors opening for you, it's doors. A lot of doors. And guess what? If you haven't already, block these people's number. Block them in every way. Because when these doors open, these people are now, because of the deep humiliation that they're in, they're thinking in devil energy. They know they can't get you in an authentic way because they have to conquer that ego that has been fed by your energy, which is a massive ego. And it's going to take that much more energy for them to actually be able to conquer themselves in order to come to you, and they know they will be rejected. So they're resorting to being in a very wicked, snake-like energy more than they were before. So block them. If this message is resonating for you, you need to get rid of these people energetically completely because the contract has been null and voided. It's over. It's a wrap. They made their bed. They made their choice. Free will is a thing. And they chose wrong. Or right. They actually chose right because you, my dear, dodged a bullet. You did. And so, welcome. Ahead of time, I guess. I know it's 31st, but welcome. And my April readings are officially open. If you would like some or one, it's going to be in the description box. It's an email. I don't reach out to you on TikTok, on YouTube. Please remember that. I never reach out. Those are scammers. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave this reading here at perfect 15 minutes, and I will see you guys back here on another video for April, which for some reason I am jazzed about. So,